Hi everybody, it's Keith. Creations by Cam. Today I'm going to show you how to do a little bit of chainmail. This weave right here, this bracelet, is called Helm Weave. It's a fairly simple weave. It's very pretty. This is a bracelet that I have. It's about 7 inches long. This is one of the simpler types of chainmail weaves. So it uses 8mm rings and 6mm rings, closed and opened. I pre-opened a lot of them because I need to do that to make it quicker. So what I'm going to do first, is I'm going to show you, give you a little bit of a reminder on how to open a closed ring. This is closed, so you can see right here. Down there, see how that's closed? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I am going to take my pliers. You can use 2 pairs of pliers, all right? But this is just as easy for the little ones. You just twist it. Make sure you twist it like that. If you twist it the other way, you'll never get it closed again. I'm going to do one more to show you. Again, here we go. And you hold it, and then you just twist like that, and there you go. All right, so the first thing we need to do with Helm Weave, there's a couple of layers, and then you've got some rings that are trapped in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the first row of the chainmail, the bottom row. And this is the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to show you basically the beginning parts, and I've already got some pre-made pieces that we're going to switch to make this process a little bit quicker. All right. So the first thing you want to do is you want to hook it up to your clasp. This is the one end of the clasp. This is the other end. You can use whatever clasp you want. It's fine. So I'm going to do this real quick here. I am going to use two pair of pliers to make this a little bit easier on my fingers. So I'm going to do this 3 times. Okay. This is the beginning of the first row. There's 2 rows, one sits on top of the other. All right, so here we do this, and I'm going to put in my first larger ring. The first rings that I put in was 6mm. This is an 8mm. This one here is 8mm. I'm going to put one more 6mm there just because it just looks nicer once you get started into the actual hang on here, not cooperating, and okay, I put two 6mm rings on the 8mm rings once you start doing them. Okay, see how that goes. Now I'm going to put a couple other of the unopened ones just to show you how we're doing this. All right, I hope that we can see. It's hard for me to see the camera because of the way the camera is positioned, but that's okay. All right, so put another ring in there like this. Okay, and then we do this. Close the 6mm, and then we grab another 6mm. Put it in like this. All right, and see how that's looking. That's going to be your bottom. I'm going to do one more. So take another 6mm, this guy, and you put it like that. You put the 8mm on, twist it closed. It's the opposite action of when you're opening them. If you try to get fancy or try to do it any other way, it won't work. You just have to do it in the opposite direction of the way you opened them. All right, so we get that one in there like that. All right, so this is the beginning of the bottom row of the chain. Now, I have already done one because I want to show you the rest of it. This takes a little while to do it. It's time consuming. So I already have one done. And here we are, right here. See, this is only one row, but it's all the way out. It's about 7 inches, about the same length. This one's a little bit longer than that one, but I think that one's got a shorter. Anyway, doesn't matter. So this is what we've got. So now what we're going to do is we have to start working backwards on this. It sounds weird, but that's really the best way it works. So what I want to do is is I want to put one ring, one of the closed rings, on the second set of 6 millimeters. Here's your first set, second set. So I'm going to put that over that, just to rest there like this. Okay. See how that's just resting there. Now this gets a little tricky. At first, when you're doing it, it can be really frustrating. But just hang in there. You can do this. If I can do this, anybody can. So you hook it through the two 6 millimeters and up and through the 8 millimeter, and you can see that it's kind of locked in place. Then you go back to the previous set of 2 rings, and then you hook it through that, you close it, right? And now you have your first ring is trapped. So then you go to the next set of 2 6 millimeters. You put another 8 millimeter on top of it like that. You take another 8 millimeter and you go through the 6 and up and around. And now you've got this one trapped, and you're going to finish trapping the other one. You go back and you finish trapping it. All right. So I go to my next set of 2 6 millimeter. I put the 8 millimeter on there. Okay. I take an open 8 millimeter. It's not true. Anyways, you go through the 6 millimeters and around and trap the 8 millimeter. Come back here and finish trapping this 8 millimeter ring. All right. And then this is what you got. Now it's starting to look more like the finished one. So I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this all the way to pretty much the end, and then I'll start talking again. I'll try to be as quiet as possible so we can kind of push this thing along a little bit. All right, here we go. All right, we're almost done. It's amazing. I stayed quiet longer than I thought I was going to be able to. I talk a lot. So So now what I'm going to do is put a couple more rings, and you'll see what happens. This is going to be the last ring that we lock down, because there's nothing else to put here, so you'll see what I mean in a minute. So I'm going to put one more ring in there. Okay, you saw that I dropped a couple of rings. That happens. It just happens. It's not a big deal. You live with it. That's all. Okay, so I'm going to put one more ring here, lock him down. And then what we're going to do is, you see how this one here is still not fully locked down. We've got room for one more open ring. I don't have an open ring, so I have to open one. So there we go, open it up. Simple as that. So now we're going to go through and we're going to do exactly what we've been doing, except we're not putting another ring, we're not going to put another ring here. We're just going to hook this together like this and come back and hook this into that. Get it to work, get it to cooperate. Get him looking good. And we're done. And that's basically it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'm Creations by Cam on Instagram, Creations by Cam on Facebook. I have creationsbycam.com website, and creationsbycam@gmail.com if you have any questions. If you would like to do one of these, I do have kits available. Just contact me and we'll talk about it. The kits come with all the rings and the clasp, and the rings that need to be open are open, the ones that need to be closed are closed. So it's all pretty much pre-done for you. All you need to do is hook it together. It comes with very clear written instructions with some really nice clear pictures, and also you can use this as an online tutorial if you will. Anyway, so I hope you have a great day. Stay safe and enjoy your day, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this. Thank you very much for watching.